Hi everyone, my name is Jeannie Park and I'm a health education and promotion major with a track in community health, and I am a student intern and part of program staff at Girls Inc. of Washington County, located in Hagerstown, Maryland. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Girls Inc. and more specifics into my internship. Girls Incorporated is an after-school program for girls from ages 6 to 18. It's a nonprofit organization and there's only one location in Maryland, which is in Hagerstown. We have our own vans that staff use to pick up the girls from 11 local schools. Girls Inc. implements national programming, and staff can choose from a wide variety of subjects, such as curricula that provides academic enrichment, smart career and life planning, leadership development, health and sexuality, sports and physical health, emotional and mental health, important life skills, arts and crafts, and many more. We also have a dinner program where before COVID, we would usually have dinner with the girls at the end of the day, but now we have our cook make packed dinners and then the girls can take it home with them. My work hours at Girls Inc. slightly vary by the day, but I work Monday through Friday, obviously when schools are open, and we follow the same schedule of the normal school year. Specifically, going into my given work schedule, Mondays and Thursdays, I work 10 to 6. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 9:45 to 5:45. Fridays, 9 to 5. And Girls Inc. always closes early on Fridays, and everybody gets out at 5 o'clock. And regarding other jobs, I do not work outside of the internship. I don't have any time to have another job if I wanted to, and I like to relax and try to hang out with my friends and family as much as I can when I have the free time. Now I'm going to explain my day-to-day activities working at Girls Inc. First thing I do when I come into work is I go in the office and check my emails. It could be Towson emails or emails from my faculty supervisor at Towson, any work emails from my preceptor, etc. Between 10 to 2:15, I would get any tasks or work done at Girls Inc., and this honestly varies by the day. Sometimes I register new incoming girls into our system, Compass 360. Some days we receive donations from Walmart and Amazon, and we could be sorting through dozens of boxes and organizing them throughout the building. Sometimes some staff members and I would go to one of the warehouses they have and sort through more donation boxes in there, where later on parents and families can come in and grab whatever they want. There are weekly staff meetings I attend. Sometimes I would have more relaxed days and I can just focus on lesson planning, entering snack and dinner counts into Excel sheets. I create other documents and lists for my preceptor. Once the girls start arriving at 2:15, I would help distribute snacks to the girls. Sometimes girls come up to you and ask for you to play with them, so I would play with them. Typically, staff members are just around the room monitoring the girls, and then at 4 p.m. is when all of the girls have arrived or should have arrived from school. The girls clean up and wait to be dismissed to the gym, and once they are all in the gym, they would get into their groups, and then from there, they would be dismissed to their classrooms. So 4 to 5:45 p.m. is class time. In the first half of internship, I would join a different class every day to get a feel for class time and how each staff member would work with the girls and the types of programming that they would do with them. And sometimes another staff member wouldn't be able to work that day, so I would cover for them and teach their class. Usually we end up doing a craft or some sort of fun activity, or we would take them outside to play when it's nice out. And at 5:45 p.m. is when we should bring our remaining girls down from our classrooms, and I help clean up the building for closing time. By 6 p.m., every girl should be picked up, but sometimes that doesn't happen. But on Thursdays, I am assigned to stay until the last girl leaves. So there were multiple factors that I had in mind when choosing an internship site. One of them was location. At first, I wanted to stay close to home and in the Towson, Baltimore area, but I have family near my site, so I was lucky enough to stay with them during my time of internship, and I'm able to commute to Girls Inc. Another one was setting. Personally, I didn't want to work in a hospital and not in the Towson area. I wanted to get out of the area and gain a new experience elsewhere, and Hagerstown seemed like a good option to me. Another one is interest in target audience. I never got to work with kids before, so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to get exposure to that. And another one is the site purpose and goals. I found interest in the purpose of Girls Inc. and how much they focused and put in so much work to create such a positive impact on the girls' lives. And I wish I knew or had something like Girls Incorporated when I was younger, and have the positive influences and mentors to help me get through difficult times. So some of the things that I would tell pre-interns to consider when choosing their placement is, what is your target audience? Would you want to work with children, adults, or the elderly, or possibly a mix of all three? And if you have a preference for that, what settings would you want to work with or work in, whether that would be a hospital, clinic, office, and would you be interested in an internship where you could have or travel to multiple locations? And talking about locations, do you want to stay close to home or stay on campus? How far are you willing to travel and commute? Definitely figure out and know what your interests are. Would you want to work with or within the community? Do you want to focus more on outreach or something with management? What specific health topics do you want to work around in, such as disease prevention, adolescent health, alcohol or tobacco prevention, to name a few examples? And lastly, are you interested in or do you agree with the site's purpose and goals? So are you passionate about their goals and objectives, and are they actually intentional about helping their target audience? So now I'll be explaining one of my projects. I got the opportunity to teach my own class to two groups of girls. Group A, the girls in kindergarten through first grade, and Group C, the girls in third and fourth grade. And I teach Group A on Tuesdays and Group C on Thursdays for Session 2. And Session 2 is from the last week in October to the third week in December. And I chose to do the program called My Girlfriend Zelda. This is an anatomy and physiology course geared towards younger girls. I teach the girls about the main organs of the body, how to stay healthy, how to keep their organs healthy, and they can learn and be more familiar of some of the healthcare professions, such as surgery, anesthesiology, and others, all with the help of the Zelda doll. The girls get to perform pretend surgery on Zelda, and they can learn what the organs look like in the body and where they're specifically located at. After the surgery, we do an activity where each girl gets her own individual paper Zelda doll. For this, I had the girls trace each other on huge rolling paper, and this way it's more fun and interactive for them. And then I pass them out a coloring sheet of the organ that we are learning about that day, and then we color, cut, and paste that onto the paper doll. Now I'll be talking about the pros and cons of my internship site. What I like most about this placement is that the staff here are so friendly and amazing to work with. They create a warm environment for everyone, and they're also very lenient and flexible with work hours and just doing tasks around the building. They're very open-minded and willing to work with you and listen to your ideas. And I also just love seeing and working with the girls every single day. Each day is unexpected, but I will say that it is a never boring or unamusing time with the girls. What I like the least about this placement is that since this is their first time returning back to normalcy, this is the first time they have the girls back at the center since COVID. And I'll be honest, it did feel disorganized at the beginning of internship, but I understand that this was out of their control and that anything to come is unexpected. But in a perfect world, I would have preferred and wanted to come into internship with kind of set opportunities and jobs around the building and have the chance to think of possible internship projects sooner. But given the circumstances, I'm still glad I was able to get the experience that I have had so far. And This way, I got a feel for Girls Inc. during the first session, and that prepared me to be able to teach my own class in session 2. And the final thing is that the location is a big disadvantage since, for me personally, it's far away from home and most importantly, from campus. So that's important when interns are needed for Towson conferences or meetings, and this interferes with my work hours. So I wish some of these Towson meetings had the option to join virtually, since this could be an obstacle for some pre-interns when considering this placement site. But luckily, I also had the opportunity to stay with family, which is close to Hagerstown, and I'm able to have a shorter commute to there rather if I had stayed at Towson. Some things that I have learned at Towson that I found useful are communication and public speaking skills, especially with younger kids at Girls Inc. I definitely have improved my time management skills, and I am better at working ahead and setting internal deadlines. At Girls Inc., I do a lot of planning, organizing, and implementing with the My Girlfriend Zelda program and other types of group activities and events. I also learned how to work well in groups, especially in my 400 level classes with big presentations and group projects. I am more mindful when working with others because everyone has different personalities and learning styles. Additionally, I know how to create a well-written resume and cover letter with the help of the Career Center. I took advantage of all of the resources Towson had provided for students, and this led me to improve myself and become a better writer. And from all of my upper classes as well, I also learned the importance of proper APA format and citations. Some things that I wish I had learned from Towson, especially from the start of college, is how to manage your money wisely, also including how to deal with bills, debt, credit, etc. I wish I had learned more effective ways to study and take notes in my classes, and I also wish that I had learned about stress management skills in the beginning of college, especially with having a really busy schedule. I constantly worried about making sure I got enough exercise, that I ate healthy, I got enough sleep, all also reducing my stress from all of this, and all while studying all day, keeping a social life, and dealing with relationships and personal issues. So here are my words of wisdom for students moving into their 400 level classes. Be prepared for a challenging semester when taking these higher level courses. My 5 tips to you are to stay motivated. You are also close to graduating, so finish strong. Definitely be able to manage your time well with all of the assignments and big projects given from your professors or your preceptor at internship. Definitely plan ahead and prioritize your work. Keep yourself accountable and regularly make time for yourself and practice self-care because you will definitely need it.